So your calendar is just packed. You've got a demanding job, and honestly, you barely have enough brainpower left to figure out dinner. But then you get home, and it's quiet. A little too quiet. You'd love a companion, right? A best friend to greet you. But you're thinking, there's no way I have the time. Well, let's get into it, because today, we're going to find the perfect pet that actually fits your crazy busy life.
This is it, isn't it? The big question that holds so many of us back. Can you really be a good pet owner when you're gone for 8, 10, maybe even more hours a day? That guilt is so real. But you know what? The answer might just surprise you.
And that's the core of the problem. You want that incredible bond with an animal, but the reality of your modern life just feels like a roadblock. It seems like you have to pick one or the other. But what if that's not true? What if you don't have to choose?
So that brings us to what I like to call the modern pet predicament. We're about to bust the biggest myth that stops people from getting a pet and hopefully completely change the way you think about pet ownership.
There it is. That's the thought. That's the one that keeps so many amazing animals in shelters and so many homes feeling a little empty. We've all been taught to believe that the number of hours we're physically at home directly translates to how good of a pet owner we are. But you know what? That's just not the whole story. Not even close.
And here's the big secret. The real solution. It's not about trying to magically create more hours in your day. It's about matching your lifestyle to a pet whose needs actually line up with your reality. The answer isn't more time. It's the right companion. So let's find yours.
All right, let's start with the classics. Cats and dogs. You're probably thinking these are completely off the table, but there are some very specific types that are, believe it or not, wonderfully suited for that 9-to-5+ lifestyle.
First up, the adult lounge cat. And listen, the key word here is adult, not a kitten. An adult cat, say 3 years or older, has already figured out its personality. And more importantly, it has an advanced degree in the art of relaxation.
This is where this cool idea of parallel companionship comes in. An adult cat doesn't need you to be their constant cruise director. They're often just happy to exist in the same space, napping on the sofa while you're working on your laptop. It's all presence, with zero pressure. Sure, breeds like the British Shorthair or Ragdoll are famously laid back, but honestly, a sweet senior cat from a local shelter is often the absolute perfect fit.
And here is the total game changer, technology. Get yourself an automatic feeder and a self-cleaning litter box. Seriously. You can go to work for a long day and have total peace of mind knowing your furry roommate is completely taken care of. It just removes all that stress.
Okay, dog lovers, don't despair. Let me introduce you to the 45-mile-per-hour couch potato. Yes, you heard me. The Retired Racing Greyhound might just be the most misunderstood dog breed on the planet.
Right, everyone sees the word racing and immediately thinks, oh no, endless energy. But the reality could not be more different. These dogs are sprinters, not marathon runners. They're also called Velcro dogs because they just love to lean right up against you. Oh, and they're famously quiet, which makes them amazing for apartment living.
So what does that mean for your schedule? Well, after just one good, solid 20-minute walk or a quick run in a fenced area, a greyhound is more than ready to snooze for the next 8 hours. I'm not kidding. They will literally sleep your entire workday away, just waiting for cuddles the second you walk in the door.
All right, let's move into some more surprising options. If a cat or a dog still feels like a little too much right now, these next guys are compact, super engaging, and perfectly designed for a busy schedule.
Okay, hold on. Before you skip ahead, let's get something straight. We are not talking about subway rats here. Not at all. A fancy rat is a fully domesticated species, bred for generations to be a companion. You gotta think of them less like pests and more like tiny, intelligent, pocket-sized dogs.
Now, this part is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to get at least 2. Rats are incredibly social creatures. When you're gone all day, they need a buddy to play with, to groom, and to cuddle up with. A pair of rats will keep each other happy and entertained while you're out.
And they really do earn that pocket dog nickname. They're smart enough to learn their names, you can teach them tricks, and they form these really deep bonds. They'll get so excited and run to the cage door when they hear you coming home. And all they really ask for is about a half hour to an hour of supervised playtime outside their cage to hang out with you. That's it.
And for our last category, we're looking at the pets that require the absolute lowest daily time commitment, but still give you a ton of rewarding interaction. These are the true set-it-and-forget-it companions.
Leopard geckos are a fantastic first reptile. They're known for being super docile, and they usually don't mind being handled gently. But here's the ultimate busy person hack. An adult gecko only needs to eat a few times a week, so if you get stuck late at a meeting one night, your little buddy won't even notice.
And last but not least, the ultimate desktop companion, the Betta fish. This is a pet that can bring so much life and color to your space with really minimal fuss.
But listen, there is one absolutely crucial rule here. Those tiny, sad little plastic bowls you see at the pet store? No. Just no. They're not okay. For Betta to really thrive and show its personality, it needs at least a 5-gallon tank with a filter and a small heater. Getting the environment right is everything.
If you do it right, you'll be amazed. They actually learn to recognize you. They'll follow your finger along the glass, they'll swim right up to the front to greet you. And what do you get? A huge mental health boost from this beautiful, interactive little creature with zero noise and zero mess. It's a win-win. So, let's bring this all home. We've talked about cats, dogs, rats, geckos, and fish. As you can see, the options are out there. The only thing left is making a small but powerful shift in your mindset.
This right here is the new mantra. This is for every busy but loving person who wants a pet. It's not about being home for 12 hours. It's about making the time you do have really count. That 20-minute walk, that half hour of playtime, that quiet evening just chilling on the couch together, that's what builds the bond.
So the only question left to ask yourself is which one feels right? Which of these best friends could slide right into your world, making your home feel a whole lot less empty and your life just a little bit more full? The perfect companion for you is definitely out there.